Today, human beings have reached a stage where it seems that nothing is impossible. We've built a glorious civilization, forging a time of unparalleled accomplishment. Global communication and technology have created a world that once existed only in our imagination. Now the world has become a global village. Each day we make the impossible possible, creating a life with no limits, a world in which all of our desires can be fulfilled. Our journey of development is on a seemingly infinite trajectory. However, what is our purpose? Have we not forgotten ourselves in our obsession with material gain? From time immemorial, people have been trying to explore and discover a simple truth to understand the self. The eternal truth. Who am I? In every human being, the wish to understand is innate and natural. People are taking an interest in history to understand the past. Some are learning the legal constitution, rules, and regulations, while others are immersed in science and technology. How astonishing it is that man knows many things, but does not know himself. Some consider the self to be a body. Others consider the self to be the mind, while still others consider themselves to be the brain. After all that is said about our identity, the elusive question still arises: who am I? When I say my legs, my hands, and my body, what does this actually mean? Am I simply a body? So who is saying my body? Who is that I? Scientists and doctors are often puzzled by the behavior of the mind, brain, and intellect. Incidents like near-death and out-of-body experiences, lucid dreams, and spontaneous descriptions of incidents in previous births seem to defy logic. Again, the same question arises: where is this information coming from, and exactly who is experiencing it? We see child prodigies who exhibit extraordinary skills at a very young age. How does one explain these seemingly impossible expressions of knowledge and training? The question is the body driven solely by the brain? Does the brain drive the various organs of the body? Who or what directs the brain? Is the body just a collection of various cells with intricate metabolic activities, driven by complex neural networks secreting hormones and enzymes, pumping blood, controlling respiration and digestion? Who or what determines and guides all these activities until the point of death? Where do thoughts originate? How do they interact with the body? Is the ultimate source of thought the brain, or is there something that operates the brain as well? Are thoughts physical or metaphysical? Within the physical world made of atoms and molecules, there are entities which are metaphysical in nature. No microscope or telescope can see them, nor can they be measured by any instrument. The only method to discover them is by turning within and by being in silence. Let us now embark on a unique journey, exploring, discovering, and understanding the eternal truth about the self, where we will fully experience who I am. This is not what I am. This is who I am. I am a soul, an infinitesimal, indivisible, and indestructible subtle point of sentient divine light, a metaphysical entity. As long as the soul resides in the body is said to be living. When the soul leaves the body, it is said to be a corpse, and this occurrence is called death. However, the soul continues to exist, as I, the soul, is eternal, indestructible, and immortal. The soul is life. It is the soul who thinks, makes decisions, and is responsible for all the actions performed by the body, either voluntary or involuntary. It is the soul who carries all the impressions, and it is within me, the soul, that memory is stored. Yes, I am a soul, and a soul is what I am. I, the soul, am the master of the body. Not your soul or my soul, because you are the sentient being known as the soul. And the body is simply your means of expression and conveyance in the physical world. I, the soul, am infinitesimally small in size. I am indivisible. No weapon can wound me. I can neither be burnt by fire nor be blown away by wind. Nor will the soul get wet. No physical material can block the movements of the soul. I, the soul, am immortal, and my existence is eternal. I reside within the brain, behind the center of the forehead. Seated in this location, I, the soul, manage every organ of the body through the brain. Within me, the tiny infinitesimal point of light, limitless processes take place. Ranging from animating the body to actively shaping the destiny of my own life. I, the soul, innately know what is good and what is not good for me and my body. But I've forgotten how to tap into this knowledge. When the soul is in the body, it functions by manifesting 3 different faculties simultaneously. These are the mind, the intellect, and the impressions, or sanskaras. I create thoughts based on my past experiences, influences, memories, and what I've learned from others. This capability of the soul to create and experience thoughts is called the mind. Sometimes unwanted thoughts pop up in my mind, seemingly beyond my control. They keep flowing. I feel powerless to stop them. How does this happen? Random, often unwanted thoughts are due to the impressions on the subconscious mind formed by my previous actions. Thoughts that arise in my mind can be good or bad, useful or wasteful, positive or negative. A thought can also be an idea. Usually thoughts direct me to do something. I, the soul, decide if the thought is to be acted upon or not, whether to do it now or later, whether it is good or bad. This ability of the soul to discern thoughts and to make decisions is known as intellect. Based on a decision made by the intellect, the soul might cause the body to perform an action. That action leaves an impression within me, the soul, which in turn influences my thought patterns. Such impressions stored by me are called latencies or traits, which form the subconscious. Impressions can be shallow, moderate, or deep-rooted. The deep-rooted impressions appear in the form of actions. These actions can take place in my conscious, subconscious, or unconscious minds. Deep-rooted imprints may even emerge in the form of dreams. Dreams are a result of deep impressions left by the actions performed by a person over a period of time. For example, a person who has been bitten by a dog or has seen others attacked becomes frightened when seeing a dog. Similarly, a person who has seen others drowning or himself has had a bad experience with water can be very afraid of it. Phobias develop. Deep-rooted impressions that are very powerful and forceful. Repetitive thoughts or repeated actions create such impressions. A person who has developed negative impressions or allowed negative impressions to take root not only does harm to himself, but becomes a medium to spread negativity in society and the world. In the same way, the person who has developed positive qualities within not only benefits himself, but becomes a valuable asset for society and the entire world. Generally, positive thoughts are slow and steady in nature. When thoughts are slow, steady, and ordered, the intellect will be able to decide precisely and accurately. The resulting feelings are also pleasant. Such persons are stable and calm in nature. On the contrary, negative thoughts are usually erratic, scattered, rapid, and crowded. They lead to negative emotions and feelings such as anxiety, confusion, insecurity, and fear. Sometimes it happens that many thoughts arise quickly and simultaneously in the mind. As a result, the intellect is bombarded with a huge amount of thoughts. In such situations, the intellect will not be able to judge properly, resulting in confusion or stress. The metaphor of a car and driver is useful for understanding the difference between the soul and the body. If you consider your body to be a car, you, the soul, are its driver. Just as the driver turns the vehicle, moves it, or stops it, so will a soul direct different activities through the body.